Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Insanity here, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to beat the Keeper of the Abyss in Tiny Tina Wonderlands. Now, to first fight this boss, you must summon it, and in order to do that, you have to go into the Chaos Chambers and find a blue symbol hidden somewhere among the Chaos floors. The symbol has a chance to spawn anywhere in a Chaos run, or sometimes it won't even spawn, so just keep looking around for it and you'll eventually find it. Once you found the symbol, just interact with it, and a pool of water will spawn at one end of the map, and a floating sphere of water will spawn at the other end. Stand in the pool of water until one of the orbs floating above you starts following you. You must guide this orb into the floating sphere of water. This thing will be destroyed if it hits any surfaces or if you shoot it, so just be wary of that and take your time. Once the orb is really close to the water, just shoot the orb. It will explode, destroying the water in the process, and you have successfully summoned the boss. You only have 3 tries to do this, and if you fail all 3 tries, you will have to start over the Chaos run and find the symbol again and start from the beginning. Now, moving on to the boss fight itself. This boss fight honestly is the easiest in my opinion, but it can be very annoying with certain buffs and curses that you have going on in your Chaos run. So to first fight the boss, just make your way to the end of the Chaos run and defeat the boss of the run. After this, 2 portals will spawn, a yellow and a red one. Just take the red one to start the fight. You'll watch a quick cutscene with Tina, and to skip this, just shoot her and the fight will begin. Now, moving on to some attacks that you should look out for. This boss, honestly, it doesn't attack all that much, and when it does, I mean, this thing means business. First thing you should look out for is it will shoot out a fire orb, and then it will spawn like these little fire orbs that will roll around on the ground, dealing contact damage. These are pretty easy to avoid if you see them coming, so just make sure you're paying attention to that. Attack number 2 you should look out for is at around half health, the boss will turn blue and become immune. At this point, it will start shooting fireballs down from the sky, and the lava will start to rise at your feet. You can see where these fireballs are landing. You just gotta look at the ground. If the ground is glowing, that means it's gonna land there. And as for the lava, when the lava begins to rise, just make sure you're at high enough ground where it won't surpass, basically. It doesn't rise all that high, so I mean, you should be fine if you just stand on the main arena, but just in case, just make sure you're at a high enough place. And attack number 3 is where you're going to be able to get the most damage done to this boss. Just like summoning the boss with the sphere of water and the ice orb, it basically does the same thing. It will spawn 3 spheres of water around the map, and it will shoot out 3 ice orbs that will follow you, and if you guide this orb into the water just like you did with the symbol trial and destroy the ice orb, it will immobilize the boss, and this is where you get most damage in. There will be a symbol above the boss when it's frozen laying on the ground, and if you shoot that, you do a crazy amount of damage. Also, there are plenty of mobs around the arena in order to get a second wind, but they can also be the reason why you're going down a lot, so just make sure you're aware of your surroundings because the boss isn't the only thing you should be worrying about in this arena. Some gear I would recommend for this fight is obviously take in an ice weapon, so like at the time of making this video, the liquid cooling is the current gun that just surpasses all weapons in this game. So I'd highly recommend you bring that into this fight. Some enchantments, anything that boosts your frost damage or gun damage would be very helpful in this fight, as this boss is weak to frost damage. And one last thing, patience is really key during this fight. Just make sure you're constantly doing damage, and eventually the boss will go down in no time. If you're on Chaos 20 and it's way too hard for you, maybe try lowering the Chaos level or go and get some better gear and come back at a later time. After all, this is a raid boss and it's meant to be very difficult. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, as it also does help this channel grow, and subscribe if you are new for more Wonderlands content like this. And yeah, it's been Insanity, and I'll see you guys later.